All right, good morning, beautiful ladies. Welcome to our Sunday, March 21st hangout. Ooh, ooh. How you doing there, Miss Jasmine? I know you're getting close.
I'm doing good, thank you.
Yeah. Getting all prepped and ready for baby girl to arrive. So very exciting. Okay, a couple things this morning. So the first one is that the next webinar is going to be on April 17th. So what I want to do right now is just kind of run down how I would plan my social media kind of strategy for the next little while. So starting today, I am going to have like Fit Club posts for the next, probably 2 weeks. And that's what it's going to be all about. I'm going to talk about how our Fit Club is launching, opening dates start the 28th. I will close the spots on the 4th probably. And so it gives myself a week to get more people in, can finish the month at Success Club, start the month at Success Club. That's going to be my strategy for the next 2 weeks. Okay. So that's number one. Then once that happens, I usually give myself a couple days of grace, but around the 8th of April, I will start talking solely about coaching, our community, our people, all of that, to get people interested in joining the webinar on the 17th. I will follow up with everyone I've ever talked to about coaching, well, as many people as I can. Let's be honest, it's been thousands, so it's not going to be everyone, to try and get them into that webinar. And that will be kind of my strategy moving forward now that we have that webinar booked for like once a month. I'm really getting some great feedback on the webinar. How real it feels for people is pretty impactful. So they're really liking that. I'm liking the live component of it and how it feels not scripted and things like that. So then my second thing I'm going to chat to you about, it's funny because like half an hour ago I was talking to Clarissa and she was like, do you have anything to share? And I was like, no, not really. But then I got inspired because if you are a newer coach on the team, and I'm going to say should, because this is a business strategy that I used for I don't even know how many years. You should be running a free group. You should be running a free group either this week or the 29th, 30th, 31st. And it doesn't have to be anything massive. And for those of you that are in the Dig to Diamond group, I did post the thing in there. There is that one. No, it wasn't even that one. It was one I recently shared. I think it was the call from the Slay Squad one, where she talked about doing 3 and 5 day free groups. You don't have to do a 5-day one. Do a 3-day one where you intro everything on Sunday, where you wrap everything up on Thursday. So it ends up being 5 days. It doesn't end up being 8 days. And I know that we've really waffled on this free group thing. And the reason why we've waffled is because of where I'm at in my business, right? I am not going to spend a ton of time on a free group because I know how to run them. I know what to do with them. And so many, I think I was actually talking to Sarah about this because I think what has happened with our community is that so much of it is done for you that people then they almost don't even know how to show up, what that next step is, because it's done for you. And you as coaches, we need to fail forward. And the only way that we fail forward is by practicing running an accountability group. Like that's what we do as coaches. We run it. You have the choice of doing it on bod groups so you can try it out and see. They do not have to be a signed up client to use bod groups. Okay, they do not have to have Beachbody on Demand. You can still do a bod group as a free group. The only catch there is you need to have their email address, right, to invite them into that free group. And you can run it. You can go live in there. You can add files in there. You can post up in there. If you want to familiarize yourself with bod groups, then run a free group on bod group. If you're not, like most of your people are going to come from Facebook, then run it on Facebook. Create a Facebook group and run your free group on there. So I am going to quickly run through how I would do this, what I would do in order to create a free group. Okay, so the first thing I would do is I would pick a topic. What do I want to do? Are you going to do 3 days of clean eating? Are you going to do a cupboard clean out for three days? Are you going to do a like a mindful morning meditation one for 3 days? Are you going to do a hydration group for 3 days or 5 days? Whatever you decide, right? You can find so many graphics on Pinterest, on like I remember all of my free groups that I've run. I've just Googled the graphic on, like literally typed in a graphic on Google here, or typed in, gone to images and found an image. It's not like I spent a ton of time. As I got more evolved, I would use PicMonkey and create my own, but you don't need to do that. You can do it all just searching, save, post. You can schedule all your posts. So the first thing I would do is I would pick what I was going to do my free group on. And I would then create an event. I usually like to go to my page to do the event, but for today's sake, let's just say I go to event. And I'm going to create an online event, right? I'm going to pick the event name, abs in April, let's call it that, right? And my event start date, or abs for April, because we'll start it on the 29th. Actually, I'll start it on the 28th, and then I'll finish it on the 1st, okay? So it doesn't really matter about the start and end time. I'm going to say, choose who can see and join this event. Public, I want anyone. Right, and then I'm going to have, so I have this event here, and then I'm going to go and I'm actually, once it's here, I know I can add a picture and stuff. Oh, it's going to ask me that in the next one. Choose a way for people to join your event online. External link. Messenger. I have no idea what either one of those are. I mean, I know what they are, but I would probably do external link, and I would put the link to the Facebook group, because I'm going to then create a group where everyone goes into. Or it would be other if you're doing a bod group, because then you would actually say, I will email you the instructions on how to join the bod group, right? So let's say other, provide more details. So working on abs for April, mini free 3-day challenge. Okay, so it's like they just walk you through upload cover. Again, this is something where I would have gone and like Googled a great picture on abs. Let's find a good picture. Abs. We'll find some images of some great abs for April, for female ones. Oh no, there we go. We can use that one. Right? Or how about this one? I save it. So I save my image as abs for April, abs for April. Save, go to back to my Facebook, upload, desktop, still downloading it. Click on it. I don't know why it's not letting me click on it, but it's not. Anyway, I'm sure that you get the gist of what I am doing here. And then I'm actually going to go and invite a bunch of people to it. Right? And then I hit create event. I have to say going. So Facebook is thinking. And then I would, right? So then I would go and I would invite to my event, right? And it's going to give me a whole bunch of different options on who I can invite. 500 invites left. Those people then I would either put into a bod group, with their email address, or I would put them into a Facebook group wherever I've decided I'm going to run my free event. I'm going to hype it up in the group the day before. I'm going to get everyone to introduce themselves. And then I'm going to I schedule my posts ahead of time. So I would have, if it was an abs for April group, I would have like a mini workout scheduled for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday morning. I usually do it for like 4 or 5 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, only because then it gives people that are on the East Coast a chance to actually do it. And then I would have a check-in post later in the day. I might throw a couple meal plans in there in the file section to be able to like give them some value outside of that. I might do a poll and say, hey, do you also want to challenge yourself with a sample workout, where I could then add in a sample Beachbody workout, so it's not just the abs for April thing. I'm going to check in on every single post because I think that's super important. And the one thing that Janelle Summers said in that call, so those of you that watched it, it was Janelle Summers, it wasn't Slay Squad, it was that special one I shared. She said she tags everyone on every post because otherwise people don't see it. There are so many groups, like Margot just added me to like a makeup group. I didn't see any of the notifications until I actually went in, right? It's brand new group for me until I was actually tagged on the post. Did I see the notification? I didn't see it because there's so much going on Facebook and most people are in several different groups that they're just not getting the notifications and they become desensitized to that little like button. So if you tag them on the post, and Janelle walks you through how to actually do that, but you could just have their name saved in a note, is what she does. She pastes it all in and she said, yeah, you have to do the @ before their name. So it is a bit of a tedious thing. At the same time, if you have 20 people in that group, you have 20 people that now appreciate that they joined the group for a reason. This gives you practice running a group. This gives you the confidence to know that you can actually do it, right? And I think what Sarah and I were talking about is that so many new coaches get started and they just kind of hide in the Health and Fit Club, or they just kind of hide in the bod group. And you need to practice doing this, and the only way that you practice is by running your own free group. So I know that Margot and I have kind of waffled on and off with this. You know, and I've said, I don't know about it. And I guess the thing here that I want you to keep in mind when you're running your free group is people who join a free group want free shit. So please don't go into this free group thinking you've got 25 people in there thinking I'll get 10 people signed up. You may get 1 or 2 from it. You may get 1 or 2 from it. But what you've done is you've created some momentum for your business of these 25 people who now know you a little better. You can then add them to the next one. In the next one, I love the strategy of, yeah, you can join our next one, but you need to invite 2 people to come, right? Like, don't worry about the free. I feel like when you give out the value, and when that's what you're putting out to the universe, maybe that particular person isn't going to join you, but one of their friends might. Someone else might, because of the value of that. So I never have, it's the same with the bod group. If a free customer wants in the bod group and hasn't actually bought the bod, I don't care, get them in there, because then they're going to see the Shakeology posts. They're going to see the workout posts. They're going to see all of that and they're going to want in on it eventually, right? So just don't have that mental block when it comes to that. So don't go into it knowing that people like free shit. They're going to want free shit, right? But also with the idea of this is practice for you. This is what, and I'm going to change my new coach system where every new coach has to start a free group in their first month, because it's so much value to a person that's joining you, creates trust, gives you that extra bit of confidence. You get to practice a little bit on social media because you're going to then schedule some posts. You're going to put it into your Instagram and Facebook stories. You're going to learn how to invite to that specific event, right? So it just gives you that next bit of practice and that confidence to know, oh, I could run a bod group. Like I could run one with my, 5-10 clients and help them get results. So that's my thing this morning. And now I will turn it over to all of you. How are you? Questions, comments, things going on. That Janelle Summers training was really good. If you didn't catch it, the one that I put in the freshman free to be, I'll try and remember to put it in the weekly email. Really, really good. Don't all speak at once.
I'll speak, as you know. Can you hear me okay?
Mm-hmm.
I have my earphones in. Just so I've been doing, it's just been a weird couple weeks just because of some health stuff I have going on. I had to go for a little CT scan last night, so hopefully everything will be fine. So far, blood test is good and all this, but I have a little spot on my kidney that I've had for 5 years that they're just checking. Anyways, so my mind has been elsewhere. But I'm trying to stay focused on this because this is sort of my break from that. But anyway, so I was adding a few new people on Facebook, and as soon as you start, people you may know, and you start adding people, all of a sudden you get a poop load of them coming back at you and asking you to be their friend or whatever. And I've been sort of quickly looking at their bio or whatever. If people don't have very many pictures, I would ignore them. It's a scammer probably that's using their name and photo, and then they're going to ask you if you want to make $10,000 and all this stupid stuff. But anyways, a few of the new people that I've been adding are Beachbody coaches, and 3 of them, which I hadn't received this before, have sent me cold call messages like right off the hop. Like I got this one from a Julie Valeris. Thanks for accepting my friend request. I wanted to invite you to my Beachbody health and fitness group. Do you know what this is all at? Do you know that she's got this wrong, at home program? If not, it will be my pleasure to share it with you. Here is the link to my group if you would like to check it out. Thanks so much. And then it's a group. She's got a group tag thing on there. Not sure if you can see it, but anyway, and you click on, she's got over 300 people in there. It is a free group. She started as coaching less than a year ago. We started chatting because, of course, I introduced myself. I said, I am a Beachbody coach, blah, blah, blah. She said she's Emerald. She said last month she hit Success Club 16, I think she said. She's out for a run right now. And I noticed she did a live because she said, go into my group anyways and take a look at what I do. And then I've added her to my group too. And she's full of energy. Here she hit Success Club. Anyway, she's just full of energy. She's older, and she's just this free group that you're talking about. It's like I asked her if that cold call, as soon as someone requests you as a friend, is if it works for her. I've asked the other 2 Beachbody coaches as well, and they said not really. So I would tweak that part. But Tamara, just what you were saying, although her group of free people is 300 and some odd people, there's a point where
I imagine Janelle Summers' group is massive too, though, because she doesn't change the group. She just adds people in and runs a new themed one. So it's not a fresh group every month.
But it's free?
It's free.
That's free.
Yeah. So then once a month, she would repurpose make a new cover for the group and a new theme. And those that participate in it. And what she was saying in the call is that there's a way to there's 3 buttons and it'll show you you have 25 new members in the group, and you can tag all new members. And that's when she'll copy those new members into the note of who's already in the group, so that it's easier to tag people on the posts. She didn't say whether or not she tags all the people in the group. I think that would be overwhelming, but at least the 20 to 25 new people.
So this Julie lady, she has this group of, she sends out her cold call message. If people want to join, they can. She just was out for a run. I saw her talking. As I say, I was on the call with you guys. I looked down a little bit, and she's got blunt on sale now, Beachbody collagen on, and that 10 scrolls down, she's got on sale now, 30-day breakaway. And so she's bluntly posting in there what's on sale. But it seems to be working, except for maybe the first cold call, join my group type wording. Maybe you could tweak that. So I currently have a Be Fit Forever page, and I can't even see, it's a business page. I can't find where I find who's in there. I see that there's 323 people who have liked and 325 that are following, but I can't see who those people are. I can't find them. I haven't even done anything with that group for about a year because I just stopped sort of working that part of it. But I've got potentially like 300 and some odd people in there. I don't know what to do with them because they got in there for a reason. I don't know.
Yeah, a Facebook page is weird. I don't know. We have like 6,000 people on our page, and I think that you grow a Facebook page to, like, that's where I would create my event on, so that it would show on my Facebook, that business page. I just don't do much over there, right? I don't, and yeah, it's I find it really interesting too, because and frustrating at times, because you can't even see, like, someone will vote on your story on your business page, but you can't even see who voted on your story. Like, it's really strange. So then how do you interact with those people that are engaging on your page? It's yeah, I would more focus on the people that you have on your own personal page.
Yeah.
Than worry about
I know
300 there, because chances are the 300 on your business page are in your Facebook personal too. The majority of them. So yeah.
I just found it weird. I can't see the people, but
yeah,
anyway.
I've never even looked at it. So if I could see them, I have no idea. I don't think I could. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Well, anyway, so that was, and right now I'm sort of sitting with, I'm at Success Club 2 and I've been a little bit not as in going just because of whatever, but I do have like 5 people that are right there. And I'm kind of wanting to push, but then I pull back, and I kind of want to push, and then I pull back. And it's like just what you were saying though, Tamara, for everybody too, is when you were saying about having the free groups, and you're right, you have 10 people and maybe one will buy something out of that 10 people, but you're filling your funnel with more people, and you're getting to know more people, and eventually they'll come around. But that is the way, I think that is the way to do it, is the little free groups, even though they're time consuming, and just to get to know people until you grow into the amazing 25 million star diamond that we're all going to be.
Yeah, exactly. And it's really good practice, right? It just builds that confidence. So, because then you'll have people ask you questions. You'll have an idea of how to pre-plan your posts and schedule your posts. And there's just so many free resources. Like Pinterest has a ton. You can go on Pinterest and search for like a free hydration group, and it will come up with like posts that you can already use. So definitely don't reinvent the wheel, but I think take the reins and actually create an event, invite people to the event, and get some new eyes and opportunities for communication, engagement, things like that. So, and Margot, I'm only at Success Club 5, and one of those is a retention point for March retention. So it's not like I'm sailing through this month. I have my own stuff going on. I feel like I've got my ass kicked. I have no energy. Right? So I'm changing my program. I'm just going to do some weightlifting for the next little bit, and figuring it out. So we all do it. We all go through the phases. I had about 15 hours of marking to do. So that was weighing on me. I've cleared my dining room table last night. So this week I can actually focus on business stuff. So yeah, I just know it happens, right? The ins and outs and ups and downs of it. So That's the reality. I just think that if coaches have not run a free group by now, they should be running a free group to try it out for sure.
I have a question. If you're repurposing a group, do you delete all like the old posts, or do you just kind of let them sit to the bottom?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would let them just sync. Don't spend too much time on it. If you're going to delete the old posts, make sure you save them so
Okay.
that you could reuse them, right? Like make sure you have some sort of folder where you're putting you copy everything you wrote into a Google Doc and saved all the photos.
The worst thing is like I've literally like taken stuff from like Boss Babe's Mastermind and stuff and like been like this group, but just never put them into play. And it's like you just have to really do it. So
Yeah, that ultimately that's what it is. Just pick a date and run with it. Make it easy on yourself. Honestly, a free group, you do not want to spend hours and hours and hours in there. You want to have a welcome post. Well, first you want to have like a what is this about post, a welcome post where people introduce themselves. Then you want to have your morning post for those few days. Maybe something midday, like a question 1 or 2 times, and your check-in at the end of the day. That's it. And then a wrap up at the end. So it's not like if you're spending hours and hours and hours on it, it's too much, right? That you're providing free value. So remember, your time is worth something. And if people don't see that value in what you're offering, just even in the group and the energy and those sorts of things, then they aren't meant to be there. So yeah.
So if people are going to join a bod group then for free, do they have to like either they have to go on like their computer obviously and check in, or they have to download the app and they can get into it?
Yeah, they can get in.
Oh,
Yeah, to your bod group. They would have to create an account if they don't already have a Beachbody account. So it is a little more involved to use a bod group for sure.
yeah.
Because they would have to have an account in order to join the bod group. But I think when you send them the link, it would prompt all of that anyway, right?
Yeah.
Because you're going to send them a join my bod group link because you're going to send them an actual invite to it. So it would give them that opportunity to do that.
Yeah.
So
I'm curious what would be more popular to people, because like if they're joining a bod group, it's almost more businessy and professional compared to joining a Facebook group, which so many are like thrown out there at everybody.
yeah. I think you just have to play around with what you want to do. If you want it for the practice of, running the simplest free group you can, maybe Facebook is better because then you're just sending the link to a Facebook group.
Yeah.
Right. Once you've invited them to an event, you just send them that link. But if you want the practice of actually using bod or the bod groups and how easy it is now to use. And when I logged on the other day, I was like, oh, wow. Because even on my laptop, it showed me who had checked in for the day.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I can get on board with that. So
That's nice.
yeah, it is. I like all the upgrades that
They're just keep getting better and better
Yeah.
as far as I see. Oh.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow.
So Tamara, what's the big difference between like the free group and the challenge group? Like the challenge group,
someone's paid for a package.
Someone's paid for a package. So it's free group, it's free, and challenge group, it's already people who are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I wouldn't put anyone into the challenge group unless they have like Beachbody on Demand already or right.
Okay.
Yeah. And the free group is themed, right? You want to have some sort of theme. It could be like you can use the programs and have like a workout week where a free 5-day workout week where you pick random workouts that people give them a try. So it's really up to you what you want to do with it. I had so much fun in the beginning with my free groups. I really did. Clean eating, grocery shopping, mindful mornings, hydration. My hydration group was one of the best groups I've ever done. Max and I ran like a diva ab challenge where we had our workout done to like some, J-Lo song or Beyonce song or something like that. And then people would follow along with that. So it, and again, there's a million ideas for free groups. You can literally type in like free monthly free challenge ideas, and stuff will come up. You know, around fall, winter time, crock pot cooking ideas, things like that, that just to help people. So
the free group thing. So I love the idea of the free groups, and I love the idea of the themes. I'm not very creative, and I don't even know. Even if I type in, you know, nice looking crock pot recipes or whatever, somehow I managed to get the link, but the photo doesn't come out or something like that. I don't know why. But I might grab a link to a crock pot recipe and it might have a bunch of crap in it. I don't know. And MSG crock pot.
So that's when I would, on here, like you want to make sure when you are, so here I saved this one. So if I was doing like easy crock pot meat recipes, right? I would take easy would be my first one. I would look for one that I would actually eat, like this one, crock pot Mexican something or other, right? So when you click,
so you wouldn't pick Beachbody ones?
Oh, you can if you want to go to the recipes on there, but if you're just doing like crock pot meals, right? So you want to make sure, like on mine, I have a Mac, so I have to use 2 fingers on the picture, and I don't want to save the link. I want to save the image.
The image, yeah.
Right, so I'm going to save the image as, this one already says Mexican casserole, so I would just save it. And then I would go to the recipe here and copy the actual words of the recipe. I think there's images here that aren't loading. Healthy slow cooker secrets. Look, you could even sign up for that. Anyway, it's here, and then I would highlight them and copy the lyrics, copy the words into. Here we go.
Just copy and drop it in.
Yeah, and sometimes they'll
post.
actually have like a print one. So if you click on this, it might actually bring it up to a page that looks different, where you know, it's easier to view it.
You're not copying the Phillips ad.
Right? Yeah. So see how, and then I would literally just go here and I would go and Command C and then paste that into my message. So it's just kind of,
we just bought an air fryer.
Yeah.
And I think air fryers seem to be very popular, or they have been for a while, but that might be something too. But then, you know, you're not recommending like people that have to go buy an air fryer, but people that have an air fryer, they might want to be part of a group like that. And then what about the workout ones? Like you said, I mean, I did a plank one actually, and that worked out quite well. And all it was hold a 30-second plank the first day, a 45-second plank the second, or however it was, 30, 35, 40, 45. And there was quite a few people that jumped into that one. But if you're doing an ab one, excuse me, do you guys do the work? Do you guys do the abs for people, or how do you find
in the one that I did with Maxine, we actually did the workout. So we did like a mini and just showed them. So it was like, you know, 15 reps of this particular move. And we would have, you know, it might be a maximum of 5 minutes, and they would do like a few moves at a time and then repeat it. Right. And so we were, yeah, it was more just like the music and energy and the 5-day abs. It was fun. We had a lot of fun with it, but yeah. So in those ones, yes, we did make our own videos.
I like your abs for April. I might just use that one. Thank you very much.
There you go. Go for it. Right? Go for it. So yeah, it's good practice. I'm going to watch Brittany feed Lovely because I always love how when we feed little kids, we do this. Right? Come on, open up. And now Brittany's going to be like, oh, I'm under on the camera here. No, I'm just teasing. So.
Just sit there and sticks her tongue out. She was
No. So cute. Love it. Anyone else? How's everybody else? Questions? Oh, don't hide. We can see you. Things going on.
What do you guys do when like people are like like they really want to do it, but they're just like very unmotivated people? Like I have more than just my mom, but like my mom, for instance, is very like just always complains about, you know, like not being in shape and getting bigger. And I like tell her like, you know, you're getting old. You can't just eat healthy and be okay. Like you got to eat healthy and work out. Like you have to do both of them now. But she just like, she's like, oh, well, the chocolate shake is disgusting. So I'm like, well, then you can try the vanilla one. Like, but I have a couple other people too that are like, I want to do it, but it's like, how long do it? Like, can I sit there and just keep trying to motivate you, but you still just being like, you know?
I think I would get to the point, like, if you know them that well, I would actually get to the point where I would say, like, how badly do you want this?
Yeah.
You know, because when I think of your mom, there's like, your mom could do UV2. It's like a dance program, super low impact, good music, energy. Like, why not? You know, and then that would probably propel her into something that, you know, maybe she would like PIO, maybe she would like bar, maybe she would like those things. But until she actually like gets to the point where it's like, you know, do you want it? Like, you want to be able to walk up and down the stairs when you're 85? Do you want that for your life? Like, you've got to put a little bit of work into it if you want that. And then for the friends, I would recommend them get a book, like listening to a book and helping them with the mindset of it. Because even what your mom is saying, like, your mom is manifesting the fat because she's constantly complaining about getting fat, right? Mm-hmm. So when we stay stuck in those moments of, oh, I'm so fat, then you find yourself at the McDonald's drive-through, and you find yourself with the dessert that you didn't really want, and you find yourself laying on the couch a little bit more, right? So it's so much the language of how your mom has conditioned herself to talk to herself. That's what she's creating. So it's kind of bringing that awareness to her in a subtle, gentle way. I realized that, I mean, even my mom doesn't like sweating, thinks the Shakeology is disgusting. Actually, no, she doesn't mind the taste of it. She doesn't like that it gives her gas. And I'm like, well, that's because your guts are destroyed and your body needs to like clear it out, but she won't like persevere through that couple of weeks of discomfort. Every excuse in the book, right?
Yeah, because she said that, which I don't know if this is true, but she said that because I was like, why do you? Because she drinks the vegan one, and I'm like, that one is disgusting. Because I think so, because I made like mine and hers, and I was like, it's not even bad, and I tasted hers, and I was like, okay, that's pretty gross. But she says that she can't take the whey one because it counteracts her antidepressant, which I think is cool.
So she said. Is she not allowed to eat any dairy?
She just says that it's the whey, which is dairy, isn't it?
Yeah, whey is dairy. And it's whey.
Milk, drink, you know, like she still eats dairy. So I'm like, oh.
No. No, there's no, and milk is crap. Like, we should not, as humans, be drinking milk. Like, we are not meant to drink cow's milk. We're not. Baby cows are meant to drink cow's milk, not humans. So that's very interesting. And just point out to your mom, like, what is it? Ask her, what is it about the whey that counteracts? Like, do you know what whey is?
Yeah. Well, I don't think she does, because I'm like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, they get all these interesting ideas in their head where I'm like, what? No.
Like with
Jazz, wasn't it you that asked a question about like, it was an interaction. Someone was worried about something with Shakeology, and I was like, what?
Oh yeah, like Shakeology and
Omegas. And I was like, what? Where on earth did they get that? Like, seriously, I don't understand where people do they go to Dr. Google and it's like the third post down, so they think it's real?
It's just those excuses though, Brittany. Like, honestly, like, that's exact same as my sister. Like, she wants to, like, she complains about everything but wants to do nothing. And it's like, I don't even, like, you try.
Same with my mom too. like the exact same thing. Like, you know, they want better, but they're just so stuck in here.
I see them do better.
I woke up at
Mhm.
3 in the morning to work out with her, and I don't even wake up that early ever. I'm like, I literally will wake up with you and do it on Zoom with you. And I even told her about the 5:30 call that like you do, Tamara. I was like, you can go on that, and like there's people that will be working out with you, but she just won't do it. But I have noticed, like, the other thing too is when I give people like these challenge packs, I've found that if I show them the option of the recover drink and the pre-workout, that people like that more than the Shakeology. But I also hate doing that because I feel like Shakeology is a huge part to the results. So I'm like, it's easier for me right now to sell the recover pack one. But I'm like, but I really think that you need this because, it's like, this is what's really going to help you get more results.
So one of the things that I do for people that that order the pre and post is not so much if they're American customers for me, but in Canada, which you could do in the US, is if you buy a box of the Shakeology packets, send them one in the mail.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I've been buying anyways because I like. That's a good idea.
Yeah, send them one, and then it's totally, you're writing it off as a business because you're giving them a sample. So I will send people in Canada, but for me to send a package of Shakeology to the US, it's like $12 in shipping. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Not worth it.
So even I will sneak in an Energize pack into some of them, and it'll cost me $8 because I have to mail it as a package. And I'm like, $8 for a stick of Energize? No. So yeah, shipping is but that's what I would do. And then I would talk to them about, I understand we got you hooked up with the pre and post workout, and that's great. But this is why we drink Shakeology, is the nutritional value of it, and what our bodies need to heal our gut and have all of the things like adaptogens. Seriously, when I look at the adrenotones that my naturopath gave me, the number one ingredient in it is ashwagandha, because it's an adaptogen that helps your body deal with stress. Like, it's in Shakeology, so it's those sorts of things that we just have to have those conversations with people. I got my last girl signed up with a pre and post workout. I'll send her some Shakeology. So
also, just so you know, I've had a couple people that say they don't like the like one girl she's a coach now. And she said, I don't want it. I want to take it back, or can I sell it to somebody? And I said, oh, did you make, I think she got chocolate. I said, did you make the chocolate peanut butter protein balls, or the chocolate bars, or the vanilla almond bars? And she goes, no. So I said, well, try those and see if you like it there. And she did, and she loved it. So there's more ways to use it than drinking it. And I haven't looked at the equivalent, but I'm assuming when you make those protein balls, you could have 3 of them, which might be equivalent to.
That's what I wonder, is many equals 1 shake.
Yeah.
I'd say, I don't know. I'd have to look, but I would, if she likes drinking coffee, she could have maybe 3 chocolate peanut butter protein balls with her coffee and half a banana. And it's like a shake, but it's, she's eating it instead of drinking it.
The other thing is a moila pancake, right? His recipe. Jazz, you make waffles with Shakeology.
Waffles, 4 eggs, 1 scoop or 2 scoops of powder, and then a little bit of baking soda, and it makes the best waffles ever.
Right? Like, your whole meal is
it's nothing much. Like, it's honestly
protein.
Yeah.
My sister hates Shakeology, but I was making the chia pudding with like a couple of spoons of Shakeology and mashed banana, and she loved it.
Yeah. It's funny that when you mentioned the vegan, like, I always used to drink the chocolate whey, and I switched strictly to vegan. And I did it for me because of, more environmental reasons and things like that but the actual way that the whey in Shakeology is made is really good. It's the highest best quality whey that you can get. It's not the whey protein concentrate, it's whey protein isolate, and it's sourced well. So it's one of those things that, you know, I could drink it, but I've learned to really like the chocolate. Like I'm totally.
Eat it too is just with plain yogurt, mixing it into yogurt. That's what I've been doing lately, just because I was getting whatever, just wanted to change because like you drink shakes for a year. It's like,
Yeah.
So yeah, but I just mix 1 scoop into plain yogurt, then I'll put some frozen fruit on it or oats or whatever you want to do. But and then
I'll
it's just,
try your waffles.
yeah, the waffles are good. I'll send you the recipe I use for it. I just found a recipe, I think on Pinterest. I just adapted it. Like I just used our shake instead, and
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah, that's why I like Sarah Batiste calls it her veggie protein. I think she says veggie protein powder, and then she says you can have it in shakes and cookies and balls and pancakes, and she actually says that to people so that they know they don't
I
just
think,
have to do it in a shake.
oh, I'm gonna be on a shake.
Yeah.
It's like you can do whatever you want with it. Like it's, and then I had one lady being like, oh, it's pretty expensive for a protein powder. And I was like, well, it's not just a protein powder. I'm like, that's
Yeah.
kind of the benefit of it. I'm like, and it's honestly like, it's what is it, like $4 or $5 a day pretty much?
Yeah, I think it's like $5 a day.
Yeah. And that's if you're, I'm pretty sure that's if you're not a coach. It's $5 a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, it's
Kind of
that's,
careful is like not saying like, oh, or you know, like can get this protein powder, because people instantly think that it's like a protein powder because, you know, it goes with the workout program.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's like it has protein in it, but there's so much more. So I try and like reword that. But I think I'm gonna do like what you do, the Wednesdays or whatever, the what's in my shake thing, just because I feel like some, like a lot of people who are like more healthy living, you know, when they see it broken down, then they'll be, wow, actually a lot more in that than I thought.
Yeah, for sure. I was thinking of doing a live video on Wednesdays in the bod group with that now, because I've been using the mompreneur posts and I like the posts, but I do get a lot of comments on the what's in my shake Wednesday post. People really like it. So yeah. Okay, we need a picture.
I need to tell you guys one more thing, but we'll smile first.
Okay.
Okay.
Go, Margot.
Just I noticed, or Crystal noticed, that the next month's theme, I've forgotten what it is, bunnies and something, bunnies and, or something in bunnies. It
Didn't even look.
did you see it?
I
Oh,
didn't. I
it's
saved
kinda
all the things, but I didn't look.
something in bunnies or bunnies and something, and I thought that's the dumbest thing ever. So anyway,
Kind of like a toast for the new year with all the pictures of toast.
oh yeah, maybe. Yeah, true. And our Shakeology blankets, of course.
Yeah.
But anyway, so there is some images in there that are quite nice, and I came up with a different idea, spring cleanup. And we like spring cleanup. So we clean up our gut, we clean up our house, we clean up the clutter in our head, we clean up our fitness, our you know, that kind of thing. So you're sort of your spring cleanup for everything around you, that kind of thing. So just throwing it out there.
I like that.
And there is a really nice graphic. Sorry, someone's saying something.
In both mine babes, they also had that thing. They also had the theme, and they have pretty cool graphics for everyday things. So if you go and check it out, they're really, really nice ones. I even saved some of these because it's like the colors, spring colors and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. But since Brittany asked about those challenging customers, so I just wanted to ask you guys, how would you deal with, like, I have one customer and it's been dragging for over a month, and then first when I talked and she was so excited, oh, I'm so excited, I can't wait to start, and now like I check in on her like a couple of times, because first she had some back problems. Now she told me that she suffered COVID. She has like lung problems. And then I said, okay, how are you doing? How's your back? Because she's working as a teacher. She was working from home. Now she's back to school. She's like, oh no, I'm back to school. I have so many things to do and blah, 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 blah. And she's like, I'll buy it I'll buy it next week. And it's like now turned into months. And I don't know like if I should reach out to her anymore, or shall I just leave her alone. If it's the way for her of saying like, I'm not interested, I cannot get like the sign of.
I would
And
get
I'm
her
like,
into your free group.
okay.
And that's what I would do. Is right now she doesn't know how simple it will be to fit it into her life. Everyone has half an hour for a workout. She doesn't know that that's what it's going to take. And because, you know, her back was thrown into the mix, and going back to teaching and getting sick. And it's just that, like, just imagine that for yourself, like the overwhelm of then, okay, so now I know I need to do this. I know I need to take care of myself, but where do I fit it in? Right. So if you did like a 3 or 5 day mini fitness challenge, where you did some of the easier workouts, like you did the bar blend sample, and you did the, you know, just 21 day fixed real time, and the morning meltdown 100 sample, and you did some of those workouts in there for her to see how short they are, how easy it is to do. Make sure she's checking, you know, you're checking in on everyone, including her, and then get her to sign up with a package. This is a taste of what our community is going to give you, going to provide for you, and I'm going to help you through this process of you getting to your healthiest you. So, yeah. If you invite someone into a bod group, does it has to be? No, that's fine, Sergeant. You don't have to apologize. If they're someone who has actually bought a challenge pack, they're welcome in my bod group. You just send me their name and email address, and I will send them the invite. Okay, so if they're already signed up, they're more than welcome to join. If it's a free group you're running, it would be your own bod group. So I hope that answers your question. Sergeline is asking about inviting to a bod group. Does it have to be her own? I have to do the invite for my own, otherwise, or else I have to make everyone coach admins, and I hate the look of like coach. I think it.
Do we have any customers in this group?
Yeah, I think it feels very much like, I love having you all there. I just feel like it looks intimidating for newer people coming in, right? So, okay, she said got it. Anyone else?
How about Monday? We're gonna have salted caramel shake.
Oh yeah. Thank you, Clarissa.
Hello.
Yeah, got to send out the email. So use your Coach Online office too, right? And send out an email letting everyone know, that your customers that know that salted caramel is launching. So I'll send out an email today so that they can order it. It will go live. It usually goes live around 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and it will sell out. I guarantee you it will sell out. So,
quick question before we all go. Has anyone heard anything more about the New York Stock Exchange or the cycle spin class, or nothing? Okay. All right. That's all.
No. All right, ladies. Well, go enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you for being on with us today. And I always love the discussion. So, and then let us know how those free groups go.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Have a good one.
Yeah.
See ya.
Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.